of 40 to 60 years old, if you're trying to build a serious lean frame, get more muscle mass, but get rid of the stuff that we call body fat, this is exactly how you're going to do it. And all for my young bucks, keep locked in, because you're going to learn something about your bodies as well. So for those of you who are working and you can't really get there, this is what we call eccentric training, controlled eccentric training. You're just not going to build muscle. What you're going to learn to do is actually gravitate towards the weight and let the weight gravitate towards you. Because boxing, you're going to learn a couple of things about mechanics and then discipline. But what you really want to take away from this is, how do you build your body without injury, get to a place where you're nice and lean but not bulky. This is what I'm going to show all of my guys who have lost a little muscle and really want to go back to those days of where you're in your golden years. This is what we're going to do. So this is called controlled eccentric training. You don't just start picking up weights. You got to have a purpose. And when you start learning how to lift weights the proper way, especially if you are a boxer athlete kind of guy, then what you want to do is make sure that you understand that there's a method to lifting weights. And the method that we're going to use is called time under tension. And this is TUT. And what it does is it brings a lot of blood into the muscle. And when it brings that blood into the muscle, you hold it and keep that tension on it. And that's where you find the phrase time under tension. Now we go 4-second counts to 6 counts just to get the burn there. But guess what else is there? Not just lactic acid, but oxygen. And that's going to give you that great refined, lean boxer look. So here's what one looks like. And I'm going to show you, and I'll instruct as I go. And just remember this. I'm not here for a few views. I'm here for the long haul. So if you want to learn about building muscle and boxing, especially for all of my Gen Xers, those between the ages of 45, 60, this is for you. Let's get it. Now, this is time under tension. This exercise is called an armpit. Anytime that you're doing exercises and you're pushing above your head, you are compounding the spine. So I use this exercise to lengthen the spine back up. So I come up here and exhale at the top, and when you pull it down, you go down, 4 counts. So you come up tall, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, boom. And this is lengthening out my torso so that I'm not all compressed and shrinking over the course of time. You're literally getting your length back and your shoulders. And you do the same thing with this exercise called an arm drag. These are drags. They look like curls, but they're not. And what that's doing is warming up the bicep, making sure that this area gets warmed up before you start doing bicep curls. And so these are principles in doing these type workouts. Now, I'm going to show you now the boxing clips. And so when you're going to do your boxing, here's one of the things that I do first. First, I practice getting my hands up, because for those of you who really wanted to learn boxing, I've worked with over 45 world champions. I have 4 generations of boxing. 4 generations, that's 4 decades that I've been able to learn and teach boxing. So I've taught fighters, I've taught trainers, I've taught coaches, I taught teachers, and I am a professor, and I'm going to teach you the ways that you do boxing like this. If you want to master the science of a discipline, hands up, feet at 12 and 2 at all time. I could tell this to Errol Spence, or I could tell this to a guy who's never learned boxing. But for all of my guys between the ages of 40 and 60, Gen X is in the building. Here's how you do boxing every time without fail. Hands up and hands off the lines. The exercise that we do today is called windshield wipers. And windshield wipers is what most of you know as the peekaboo. But what I wanted to do is work the mid torso. So all of my buddies, Make sure you got this front and center. When you tip, you want your head 10:30 and 11 o'clock. All right, back to 12, then over here to 2 o'clock, back to 12, 10, back to 12, 2. And this is a windshield wiper. And when you do this, it allows you to move pop, pop, that angle, and then the exact same thing, vice versa. And this, boom, pop, pop. And this is how you box. You box like this if you want to master the basics and develop your body. Now, hopefully this was something that you like and that you'll continue to follow for more. No matter what you do, hit that notification bell if you've already subscribed. And like always, save this video, tag a friend, and make sure you leave in the comment boxes exactly what you'd like to learn next. It gives me something to learn about you, because this isn't about me. This is about you. Holler at your boy. And today we uploaded a peekaboo video, how to close the gap. If you're working against someone that's larger than you, how to close the gap on a larger fighter and not only get there, but light them up. So if that's what you want to do, make sure you go to the most uploaded recent video today, check in, and let me know where you're watching from. Coach Bradley signing out. Be blessed at Godspeed. So long.